My tax return got rejected at 7:05 a.m., and I knew exactly who did it. The enter key on my laptop keyboard is sticky. It's been that way since my son, Leo, spilled apple juice on it 6 months ago, and I haven't had the spare $50 to get it fixed. It's a physical reminder of my life, messy, broken in small ways, and held together by sheer willpower. I usually have to press it twice, hard, to get it to register. But this morning, Monday, January 26th, at 7:05 a.m., I pressed it with the delicate hope of someone defusing a live bomb. I sat at my kitchen table, wrapped in a bathrobe that has seen better decades, shivering because I keep the thermostat at 62 to save on gas. The windows were frosted over, blocking out the gray morning light of a city that feels like it's actively trying to crush me. My breath was creating little ghosts of steam in the cold air of the apartment. On the screen, the TurboTax loading wheel spun. Green, hypnotic, promising, transmitting return. I held my breath. I literally clasped my hands together, knuckles white, pressing them against my lips to stop them from trembling. I needed this. God, I needed this more than I have ever needed air. The refund estimator in the top right corner sat at a beautiful, life-saving number, $5,240. That wasn't vacation money. That wasn't new purse money. That was pay off the credit card I used for the emergency root canal money. It was get Leo new winter boots that don't have duct tape on the toes money. It was the child tax credit and the earned income credit, the two lifelines that the government throws to single mothers who work 45 hours a week as a receptionist and still have to choose between milk and meat at the grocery store. The wheel stopped spinning. The screen flashed. It wasn't the green checkmark of acceptance. It was a red box. An angry, jagged red box that looked like a stop sign. Rejected. Error code R0000-507-01. Reason: the social security number for dependent 01, Leo Vance, has already been claimed on a tax return accepted by the IRS for the current tax year. I stared at the screen. The silence in the apartment was sudden and violent. The only sound was the refrigerator compressor kicking on with a dying rattle and the thumping of my own heart, which had just plummeted into my stomach and was currently dissolving in a pool of acid. Already claimed, I whispered. The words tasted like copper. There was only one other person on this planet who had Leo's social security number. One person who had the legal, biological link to type those 9 digits into a tax form. Derek, my ex-husband. The man who hasn't paid a dime of court-ordered child support in 3 years. The man who missed Leo's last 2 birthdays because he had a thing. The man who lives in a condo downtown with his 24-year-old girlfriend while I clip coupons in a drafty 2-bedroom walk-up. I looked at the clock. 7:08 a.m. The IRS e-file system opened at midnight. 12 a.m. He hadn't just claimed him. He had camped out. He had waited until the clock struck 12, like a predatory Cinderella, to steal the money that was supposed to feed his son. He knew I needed it. He knew I filed early every year because I live paycheck to paycheck. He did it to beat me to the punch. He did it because he knew that the IRS system is first come, first served when it comes to electronic filing, and sorting out the mess takes months. Months I didn't have. I felt the heat rising in my neck, a prickly, suffocating sensation that started at my collarbone and crawled up behind my ears. It wasn't just anger. It was panic. Pure, unadulterated survival panic. Without that $5,000, I was underwater. I was drowning. I reached for my phone. My thumb hovered over Derek's contact. I wanted to call him. I wanted to scream until my throat bled. I wanted to drive over to his condo and kick his door down and scream at him in front of his new neighbors. But then I remembered the last time we spoke. It was 3 months ago. Leo needed a cavity filled. It cost $300. You're pathetic, Sarah, Derek had sneered over the phone, the sound of a sports game playing in the background. You wanted full custody. You got it. Figure it out. I'm not an ATM. Maybe get a second job. I lowered the phone. If I called him, he would win. He would laugh. What happens next isn't swift justice. The IRS is a slow-moving beast, a glacier made of audits and interest rates. But once that glacier starts moving, it crushes everything in its path. By the time I'm done with him, he won't just owe me child support. He's going to owe Uncle Sam his soul. But first, I had to survive the waiting game. Click here to watch full video.